Hello guys and welcome to another video. I know it's been a little while, but this has been a video in the making and I'm pretty excited about it. So I wanted to do a review of a book that I really love. I've read it a few times. I just reread it so that way I'd be prepared to give you a little summary and recap of it and tell you exactly what I think of it. So the book is Challenger Deep by my favorite author, Neal Shusterman. Has a really great storyline, and I think that the message of the story is really awesome. So I thought I'd share the book with you. So it's basically about this boy. He's 15 years old. His name's Caden. And the majority of it takes place on a ship, a pirate ship. I think it starts off that way in the ocean. This ship is not what you'd expect. It doesn't follow the laws of nature. It doesn't move at a constant rate. Things happen that are weird on the ship. It has people on it that seem strange to us. And Caden's on the ship on a journey to Mariana's Trench, the deepest trench in the world. There's an unknown purpose as to why he's going there. And it's just him getting there. And then the other part of the story that fluctuates back and forth from the ship to Caden's everyday life. And he describes himself as he had a decent amount of friends, got along with everybody, was really good at art. He's an artist. But at this point in his life, things are starting to go weird. He's feeling detached from his friends. He's quieter. His artwork is going downhill. It's not where he wants it to be, and it's becoming more abstract and confusing to him. And for a while, we don't understand what's happening with Caden. We think maybe he's a teenager, maybe he's going through some weird time in his life, but as the story progresses, both on the ship and in his real life, we realize that Caden is struggling with mental illness, and he finds himself in a hospital being assessed for his mental health and getting help and things like that. As we see the story from both sides from in his head, which is what the ship really is, all in his head, it starts to become his reality. He's given medication to fix this, and all is looking well when a crazy event at the hospital just sends him back, and he loses his progress, and he stops taking his medication and becomes completely immersed in his ship, on his pirate ship, and that's his reality. He finally realizes that the ship is approaching his destination. They reach their goal, and it's Caden's job to take the journey to the bottom of the trench. And on this journey, he finds out things about himself. He's able to confront his past and deal with memories he's had in the past and find a way to work through them. And eventually he rises up from the sea and is free, and then he wakes up back in the hospital. And that's when he can finally start piecing his life back together and getting his medication under control and eventually be released back to his family. But this thought of this looming ship he's been on is always there at the back of his mind, and he has to make a conscious effort to not go back on the ship and to remain in the physical world and to be present and to control his emotions. The whole story is basically that, and I think it has a lot of deeper meaning behind it. Neal Shusterman, the author, does not deal with mental illness, but he has experience with his loved ones being affected by it. And he had to learn that while you don't know what's going on with them and you can never feel how they feel, you can be there to support them. Giving some sympathy and trying to see things from a different perspective can really help you in any situation in life, because everybody's going through different things. You take a step back and try to see things from their perspective and not judge them, and just kind of try your best to be there and be a listening ear and support them is really important. A lot of people struggle with mental illness, and not everybody's comfortable talking about it, and there's a stigma behind it. And I think this book really takes a dive into breaking down the stereotypes and breaking down that stigma and saying that reach your hand out to loved ones, get them the help they need. It's just a really good talking point to show that no matter what people are going through, they still have potential. Caden was this great artist, and he has these things he wants to do, and he's not going to let his mental illness hold him back in the future. He's going to take the bull by the horns and take care of his mental illness and continue his art. That's a lot of people in life. Just because we have these things that hold us back a little, once we overcome them and figure out how to make progress, you can do great things, and everyone can. Sometimes we just need a little guidance from others. I just thought it was really cool to share this book with everybody. Once again, Challenger Deep by Neal Shusterman. It's a great book. I would recommend it. It's good for personal reading. If you have a book club that you want to do, he has some great discussion questions at the end of the novel, and it's just a really great way to open up our minds to different paths of life and realize that people have different types of struggles, and you should never feel bad about things that you're dealing with. You just deal with them, and I hope that everyone can reach out their hand and help somebody that's dealing with something. So I just wanted to share that with you, one of my favorite authors and one of my favorite books. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.